So here's an example of what happens when a really good point is overshadowed and basically ruined by, just a really, for lack of a better term, foolish observation. So someone made a good point that the Syrian refugees are running from Syria right into pretty much a different side of the same coin. For example, Golden Dawn and Jobbik. And someone said, to ruin the point, that they would have been safer in Turkey. And you can imagine how well that went over. And basically, the guy lost the argument by calling me a mascot and all that. Well, let me put it this way. I can't help that, first of all, Turkey's government hates Jews and Christians, and of course, including Jewish Christians. Secondly, I can't help that Turkey would be basically no better because, of course, again, the government in Turkey is just as bad as Golden Dawn and Jobbik. And the third thing, and the most important thing, you can't assume that all the refugees from Syria are Muslim. And you can't assume that, you can't assume that any refugee you'd pick out of the crowd is a Muslim extremist. There are many Christians, including Jewish ones, and Syrian and other Jews. So, of course, you might have an Egyptian Jew who's visiting relatives in Syria if he's lucky, or that is if he can visit them, and, just other examples like that. And, of course, you also have a group of Jews who's not talked about often, basically the Anusim in the Middle East, who are called the Yadid al-Islam. And so you got to think outside of the box. And if you're asking, by the way, how would that, how would Turkey's government make the situation dangerous for refugees? Well, if you can't answer that question, given that some of the refugees would be basically running into the same problems that they ran into in Syria and that they would be running into in Greece and Hungary and other places in Europe, then, that's troubling, and you're obviously not thinking outside of the box.